All right, Bodybuilding Babble 3 with me and Big Ian. What's up, Ian?
What's up, man? How you?
I'm doing good, man. I actually just came from the gym. I just jumped out of the shower.
Nice, nice.
Finally starting to feel good at the gym again. You know? It's
Yeah,
unbelievable.
what'd you hit?
Today it was shoulders and traps.
Okay, I did hams and back and hams.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty good combination. I never did that. I don't know. I'd have to try that. Sometimes I'll split it up. We'll see. Anyway, so this is Bodybuilding Babble, and Ian Hedek and me are going to talk about all the gossip that happened this week in bodybuilding. Unfortunately, it's not much, but we got 4 pretty good topics. So I guess we'll go with what do you want to go with? Samson's going to be guest posing?
Yeah, so Samson's gonna be part of the guest posing. Everybody knows, Pittsburgh Pro is basically I always say the halfway mark or close to that mark where the superstars come out for Jin Main. Last year, we got to see Derek. That's when Derek blew up all of a sudden.
Yeah, and that's when Ramy didn't show up, that whole shit.
Correct.
Remember that?
That whole thing. So Samson now is joining the party. Not only that, it's going to be him, Sean Corrida, Nick Walker, Derek Hunter are all going to do it.
Yo, I'm glad, that Sean Clarita, I'm like so happy for him, dude. Well, first of all, we know him, but he put so much work and effort into it. There's nobody who deserves it more than him. Him and Samson. I've been a fan of Samson for a while, and I interviewed him in 2020, and I kind of in my head I was like, if this guy's got the grit, he's gonna make it. So far so good, man. That'll be a good show.
I'm willing to. You know what? I actually might make that trip out
to Pittsburgh. How long of a ride is it?
I mean, I'll probably fly out there like 2-hour flight.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. That's not bad at all.
Like, do you want to drive 6 hours out there?
No,
because it's all like Pennsylvania. Like you're driving from Jersey to Philly is like an hour and a half.
Right.
The rest of Pennsylvania is Pittsburgh's on the opposite side.
Ugh. Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Pittsburgh's near Ohio, so you're like, fuck.
Yeah, no, I don't want to do that shit. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, and it's the week before New York Pro.
All right. Yeah. All right. You know what? I don't know. We'll see. We'll talk about it. Possibly.
Okay.
All right. That's actually going to be good. I would love to see Samson guest pose because this past offseason, he was 330 pounds.
And in shape.
And lean. And he still had his shape. Yeah. He wasn't fat or nothing like that. But, he was a beast. And what is he? Got to be about 6 foot tall or something like that?
I think he's 6'1", 6'2", actually. So it's him and Andrew Jack are around the same height. They're both around that.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm telling you, I saw the progress photos. I know Nick is ahead of everybody. Nick looks like he could step on stage right now. But with Samson, if he could just pull some of that water out and get a little bit harder and grainier, it's going to be a battle.
We were talking about Sean too with that, and Sean is such a good guy, and because we know him and everything like that. And with this Arnold lineup, Sean could be from 2nd to 6.
Yeah, who knows? It's going to be fun to see him up there with the best of the best,
right?
Though.
Because Nick said it. Nick goes, Sean could be number 2, and he says Sean could be number 2. I mean, even though they're both Jansen's guys,
right?
He's like Sean could be number 2.
It's no question. No question. And I think Nick knows that, which is probably why he's ahead of schedule with being in shape, because he has the size. But if Clarita always comes in fucking spot on, chiseled to the bone, and has the shape. So I think Nick realizes that and I think he realizes that Clarita's probably going to be his biggest threat. And it's like, well, I got to be peeled if I got to go against him. That's my opinion. I might be wrong. I don't know. All right. So, and then this weekend we got something coming up at Bev Francis, right?
Yeah, NPC workshop, stage workshop. If you're if not in the New York area, people come from all over because I've seen people come just because of it's Bev Francis. You already know. You say Bev Francis, people will show up. People will pay $1,000. You said $1,000, but guess what? This event is free.
Oh wow!
So I'm going out there. Actually, I talked to a buddy of mine, so we're going to do like a little road trip out there. Good. 3 of us are going. So I'm going to do a little vlog out of it. So, you're going to just see I'm going to do a little bit of content of going out there, show a little bit of the workshop. For people who don't know, if you are competing or want to compete, this is your first time or maybe your umpteenth time you competed. You may want to know the rules. You may want to know what you should do, how to pose better. You might want to come out to this. This is something definitely for you.
Yeah, and then tell them who's going to be there.
Oh man, so you got Jay Cutler. Hello, I don't care what anybody says. He's still the ambassador of bodybuilding.
Yeah, no question, 100%. Yeah,
another ambassador of bodybuilding, Sean Carita. He's always at any event. If you notice that, right?
Yeah,
especially this area, he's at an event.
He's there. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
I mean, you got Sadiq. I'm not saying another one of the other guys, but those are the main two. And you know what? You never know who might just show up.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I mean, it's Bev. So you all of a sudden you're like, oh shit, look who it is. It's Victor Martinez. Oh look, Juan Morel. Oh,
100%. Yeah.
You know, they just show up.
Yeah, absolutely. Justin, you could go Akeem. You go down the list. Absolutely. You don't know who's going to show up. Yeah.
So that event that's this Saturday from 1 to 4. And of course, I'm training while I'm out there because why not? If I'm coming out to the Bears, I'm not just going to be there just to watch the thing and that's it. I'm going home. No, I got to train out there too. Shit.
Yeah, but you ever get a little intimidated to train over there with all the pros and everything in front of Steve Weinberg and Bev?
Hell no, because I went over there. So let me tell you this. I went over there. There was like MHP event, and like we had a bench 405, right? 4 plates. So I did it, and I said, "This ain't 4 plates." The weights are heavier there too. A lot of people don't know that shit. Yeah, a lot of people don't know. I don't care if anybody says. I know I did 4 plates at Diamond before. Right. I did 4 plates over there. I was like, "This ain't 4 plates."
Yeah, so I wouldn't be surprised, man. I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, not calling anybody out, but I think they're 50 pounders instead of 45s.
Really? I wouldn't be surprised, dude.
So I was like, because like I said, I've done over, 500 plus pound bench.
Right.
So I'm like, oh, I did 4-4. I'm like 4 or 5 at boom. I was like, okay. What I did over there, I was like, phew, oh, you caught me off guard because in your head you already know what it's like. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Y'all tricked me on this one.
And I can attest to that. Ian has benched over 500. I could totally attest to that. I have never. The best I ever did was 4 or 5 myself, and I was never a good bencher. Never. You were always a good bencher. I was never a good bencher.
Yeah, my best was 170s for 8.
God damn, strong motherfucker. Shit.
Anyway, and I would say this, and I'm not saying this for everybody else, but natural.
Yeah, no, it's the truth. That's true. I can attest to that too. I can attest to that too. Absolutely. So I always had a good squat, but speaking of squats, apparently the boogeyman suffered an injury.
Yeah, he was trying to be a big boy squat, and all of a sudden something a little tear happened, and he said it could have been worse. We all know it could have been worse.
Yeah,
but as long as he's okay, he might. A little bit, he might be down for maybe like a week or 2 or 3 weeks before he's whatever.
Good.
It might be. But it's not. It could have been a lot worse. Yeah. And for some reason, it looks like it's the hack squad. Hack squad's been doing a lot of people dirty. Have you noticed that?
Yeah. No, it's usually the hack squad. I hate him or love him. The one thing I don't want to see is a bodybuilder that gets hurt early in his career, and then we never get to see his full potential.
Correct.
Because we've seen that, and that's the sad thing. And, like I said, hate him or love him, he has potential. There's no question about it. And he's obviously doing the right thing by killing his legs because he knows that's his weak point.
Right.
But it's not even that bad anymore, So if he just brings it up in another year or 2, he's another guy that's going to be dangerous on stage.
He will be, but like I said, we just got to see who we go against.
Yeah, right.
And because we all know, you look great New York Pro. There wasn't too much, and I'm being serious when I say this. The Indie Pro, New York Pro, not much competition.
Yeah.
That was last year. Not saying that other guys didn't look good, because if you watch the bro chat when they were doing it, none of them had them winning. Right.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. But he missed the mark at the Olympia. He missed the mark.
There's a lot of people. You got to think 35 competitors were there. 20 of them missed the mark.
Yeah, and that's going to happen, including Bonac, which is why I think he's so dangerous in the upcoming Arnold.
But he always does better at the Arnold.
He's always good at the Arnold.
The only thing is, I could see Carita taking him out.
No, there's no question. I can see. Listen, Nick Walker comes off. Not that he ever comes off, but if Nick Walker comes off, Clarita could take him out. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, because you got to think with Clarita's track record, he's never off. Okay, he's never once been off, and his shape is his like that's his giant killer. That's his killer. Nobody has better shape. You're talking about a better version 212 flex wheeler, as I'm concerned.
Shoot, I'm going to call it like this: if he was like 5'7", 5'8", he's Ronnie Coleman winning the O's.
He's Mr. Olympia. Yeah, that's right. If he's 5'8", he's Mr. Olympia and dominating.
Or let's give it 5'10". Let's make a Ronnie height. Still,
Right.
doesn't matter.
Right.
With his proportions, the only thing a lot of people will not come on is, you know, he's got the Phil Heath chest, but his shoulders are so thick and dense.
Yeah.
It covers that up, and you know what? No one cares.
Yeah. And his waist is so small, and his flaring quads, and his back goes all the way down, the details all the way down to his waist. I mean, you know, the kid is flawless. He really is. The guy is just flawless. You know,
he just was part of the short complex.
That's it, man. He's just 5'2". There's nothing you can do about that, you know. But
he's one of the best guys to talk to. If you actually just talk to him, he's cool as hell.
Yeah, he's a great guy. The only time I don't really talk to him much is if I see him in the gym a few weeks before a show. I just leave him alone.
We all do the head nod. So.
Yeah, I just leave him alone, you know, because I know he means business, and that was really it, you know. But anyway, all right, so let's get to the big topic.
I heard there's a big topic. I heard there's a real big topic.
Yeah. So it looks like Nick Trigilli found out who Uncle John was on my muscular development panel when I had Hunter Labrada on.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So for those of you who haven't seen it, I'm just gonna cue it up real fast. And
that motherfucker up.
and we're just gonna play it a little bit, nothing crazy, you know. And let's see. There we go. Can we see that?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, cool. Let's see. We go.
All right, so as I stated a moment ago, the question that really caught my interest was when the host asked Hunter Labrada about his coach, Ben Chow. Why would Hunter work with Ben Chow when he has all these amazing coaches, his father around him to help him? Why would you go to Ben Chow? And this is what Hunter Labrada had to say.
All right, last question, then you could hustle off onto at your status, at your level, knowing who your dad is and so on and so forth, you have access to like the greatest trainers in the world. You could have went with Chad, you could have went with Milos, you could have went with Farah, Aceto, you name it. You could have went with any of them. What made you pick Ben?
I'm glad you asked this question. So everyone listening knows, every person he just listed, I have their cell phone numbers in my phone, and I can pick them up and text them whenever I want. And I would have if I wanted to work with them.
Is that a backhanded compliment?
This is one of those things, you know, like when I took my little peek out after the Olympia, this has upset me like more so than anything anyone was saying about me. I always get way more upset with people talking about the people I care about than myself. You know, I can whatever. Those coaches are so good because of.
Whoops, sorry about that. Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Stop. Go away. There we go. Okay. So I'm not going to play the whole thing for copyright reasons, obviously. But so basically that was it. And Hunter went on, like, listen, Hunter went on to give a roundabout answer, nothing direct. And I was not going to give him a backup question. He was nice enough to come on my show on MD, and I wasn't going to drill him. Right. The guy came on his own free will. And I asked the question, and he was nice enough to answer. And Nick really didn't like the answer to his question. And he called him out, said he was full of shit. And then he said I was a shitty interviewer, basically.
You know, is that now? Let me ask you this. Is he mad that he didn't get the interview?
I don't know, but Nick doesn't really interview too much. You know, he usually does what he does. And then I know he has a panel. But who does he have? He's got two guys on his panel. I forgot who. They're old school bodybuilders. I don't know. I forgot who. But that's really pretty much what he does. He just gives his opinion. He covers bodybuilding and blah, blah, blah. And that's really it. And the guy gets so much fucking views. I mean, the guy just, he knows how to play the YouTube social media game
Yep.
to the T with the clickbait and the drama and even the way he talks and even the way he rattles off his sponsor, because there was one part where he's like, all these guys look bored and tired because of listening to Hunter's long-winded response, and he goes, he needs some blast mags from his sponsor, his old school laughs.
Right.
But basically he was just saying that I should have had a backup question and drilled him.
You basically should have drilled him. That's what he's trying to say.
Yeah. And look, I'm not going to do that. Okay, I'm not going to drill somebody. I'll ask the question. I give him the time to answer it, and that's it. I'm not going to drill the guy. These people are nice enough to come on.
Question, and guess what? He answered it.
That's it. Look, I've had times where I've had to pay somebody to come on my channel, and then that's it. Then it's off limits, right? Then I'm asking anything I want whenever I want. Right. But if somebody is nice enough to come on and take time out of their day and so on and so forth, and the fact that he was the first interview with me on the panel since the Olympia, I mean, that speaks volumes.
That definitely does.
That speaks volumes. I mean, if that wasn't the case, Nick wouldn't have picked it up, and I got my best numbers over at MD because of that. So there's no need to be hostile or say, I'm not doing the fucking the Bill O'Reilly shit. That's not happening. That ain't happening. But it was pretty cool that one of the biggest podcasters in bodybuilding finally discovered me. It only took 3 years.
Hey, listen, at least you got that.
Yeah, you ain't kidding, man. You ain't kidding.
Some people would be like this, blah 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 blah. You would even give. If he had his way, he would even say you. He just said, "Oh, the interviewer, blah blah blah." He would even say nothing.
Yeah. It is what it is. Speaking of great podcasts, why don't you give yourself a plug and let us know what's coming up on yours?
All right, so guys, on my YouTube channel, there's this Ian Haydeck. That's IANHEYDECK, all one word. But once you start typing Ian and then space, I always say Ian space HEY, my name pops up immediately, usually right there. So right now we've raised close to $500 for the Polar Bear Plunge, which is February 25th in Seaside Heights, New Jersey. Mm-hmm. And I want to do is my goal was 500, but I got a few more weeks. So I'm going to try to push it to either 750 to 1,000.
Yeah. Well, if that's the case, I donated last week. I will donate again this week.
Yeah. And I'm going to donate myself just because, and I'm still getting donations, which is coming in. So I'm really happy with that. And thank you, Uncle John, for putting the link out there again.
Of course.
And thank you so much for that. As well, I'm actually going to do I got 2 giveaways coming up. So because I cracked 3K on my subs, I know for some of you guys, that's a lot. For me, that's a stepping stone.
Right. Absolutely.
So I was feeling like, you know what? I'm going to be nice, and I'm going to give away a $50, probably $50 to $100 gift card to Amazon. Everybody loves Amazon.
That's right. I do. That's for sure.
Right. So I'll drop that coming up. And then I got another thing coming up with a company that did something before. They hit me up. They was like, hey, we want you to do this again. And I already did the product review for them before, so I'm going to do it again for them. But except for, I think I'm going to give it something back. That's the same thing I'm going to do. I can't say what it is, but I'm going to do a giveaway for them.
Very nice. Very cool, man.
I figured I want to make somebody else happy because you know what? Why not?
Absolutely. And I'm going to make sure that link for the Polar Bear Club will be in the description area in here. And then I will donate again myself. So people will be able to go on the link in the description and donate themselves, because it's for a good cause.
Now, John, if you're a rep, are you going to watch this happen?
Yeah. If I'm not working, you could bet your ass I'll be there. This because I almost don't believe you're doing it. So I got to see it with my own eyes.
I have my shorts ready. I'm gonna go like I'm going to the beach. I got my beach hat ready. So I got a fisherman's hat I'm gonna wear, and it's like loud so you can see me from afar.
Yeah.
I got my you got the swimming trunks. I ain't bringing out no Speedo. I'm sorry, I'm not doing that.
That's hysterical. Oh, you got to do that.
Okay. If I do find a Speedo my size, fuck yeah, I'll do it then. And I was like, yeah. I said, I'm going to do it. But the one thing I'm going to do right away, I said, as soon as I get out, I'm going to have something small, compact, and warm for me to drink. And I'd probably be a fifth of something.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Chugging it down.
I don't blame you. You got better heart than I do. I'll just donate, but I ain't jumping in no fucking cold water.
But I tell you what, my next thing I might do is there is a fire truck pull in Trenton.
That's right. You told me about that last time. That's right. That's actually pretty cool.
So I'm actually gonna try to get my job to get involved with it.
Yeah, why not, man? Absolutely.
I'm like, yo, let's do something crazy. Let's pull this fucking fire truck.
They probably would too. They probably would because you work for a good company.
Yeah, they probably would. Because like I've seen companies from Johnson & Johnson, from Animal, Universal, all those companies who've done it. They did the plane pull with me before, and like I said, you'd be surprised who shows up.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, knowing me, doing like I do my vlogs and when I travel somewhere. So there are some new gyms I'm checking out coming up.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
We'll be seeing that, and me and Uncle John, we need to meet up for a workout. So I think that's coming up soon too.
I think we got to do that. Yeah, I'm down for that. I'm always down for that.
You know what? Oh, forgot about this. Guys, next week that's February 11th. I think it's 11 to 4. Karita and Matt Jansen will be at Signature.
What day is that? February 11th.
That's a Saturday. That's the week after. It's next week.
The problem is 90% of the time I'm working on Saturdays and I wind up missing everything. But all right. So I'll see if I can get there. Again, if I'm not working, I'll be there.
So you got 2-time. Now we can say 2-time 212 Mr. O.
That's right.
And his coach, Matt Jansen.
Yeah, who trains
everybody.
Yeah, I mean it's ridiculous. It's a Charles Griffin. Who else does he train?
Nick.
That's right. He trains Nick. Yeah, that's right.
Nick. Now he's got Justice Shire. He's got a bunch of people like.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, you know who's working with him? Quentin's work with him.
Really?
You know Quentin from Canada.
Yeah, that's another guy. Quentin, what is it? Eastwood or something like that.
Yeah, he's a Matt, and people forget he's like 25.
Yeah, he's a big dude. Bodybuilding's got a short memory, but if you follow him on Instagram, he is one big dude, and he's got good shape.
Yeah,
he's got a bright future. There's no question about it, man.
So Matt's gonna tune him in, and just refine and make him better and better.
Oh yeah, there's no question about it. Ian, thank you very much, brother.
Always, man. Always good, man. It's always good to be here.
Thank you, sir. We'll touch base over the weekend. And remember, you got to subscribe and like to my channel, Serious and Silliness Bodybuilding, because we're giving you all the latest gossip and drama happening in bodybuilding. And we got great interviews coming up. I got an interview with Carlos Thomas Jr. that's coming up. I got an interview with, let's see, I'm trying to get Hunter on here. I'm trying to get John De La Rosa on here. And then every Monday, I got Anabolic Academy with Fakari Mubarak and Danny Broadhurst. And it's all good shit. Yeah. All right, brother. Have a good night.
You too.
Later.